One-sided friendships happen more than you think. Usually the person who's blamed in these one-sided friendships are the person who cares about the friendship the most versus the person who doesn't care. Because the person who doesn't care is like, well, how do you not see that I like you? When you're in that one-sided friendship with someone, you know what you're doing. And I want to talk about one-sided friendships from my perspective. Before we were best friends, I did not like her. I liked how she made me feel important, but I did not consider her a friend. It's like the stage we were becoming friends, right? But for me, I wasn't becoming friends with her. I was just like associating myself with her because I didn't have any friends at the time. I was super young. So this was like in middle school. She was always so like bubbly and sweet and kind. I resented how bubbly she was. I was the loser. I was the outcast. I was the one being bullied and made fun of. So the fact that someone else who was also in my same position could be happy and bubbly about it and not like pessimistic, just like rise above all that, and pissed me off. I was like, why are you not just like following the line? She wasn't trying to fit in with the cool kids. She was just trying to make friends. I wanted to fit in with the cool kids because I wanted to feel validated and accepted, and I felt like that was going to make me happy. I say this to be like really real because I feel like when there are one-sided friendships, the person who is using that person versus the person who actually thinks the friendship is genuine, the person who's using that person doesn't want to admit that they're horrible in that instance. And I want to tell you guys right now that I was a horrible person for like attaching myself to this person at first. This girl's my best friend later on. She thought I was her friend and I wasn't there yet in the friendship. And then I got there pretty quickly because I recognized that she truly was like my friend. As I got to know her more, my heart warmed up. Like, I don't know what to say. She's just truly a good person to have if you know her personally. I knew she liked me, but I didn't like her at first because I was going through my own kind of internal issues and self-hatred and need to like work out certain things by myself. I was trying to chase after other people's friendships. It wasn't a one-sided friendship like for years. And since then, I don't think I could say proudly I've never had an experience like that where like I generally don't like someone and I'm just there with them, and I recognize how stupid it was for me not to like her. Like, and the scary part about that time period is like if you were to ask her, she would have had no idea. A lot of people will pretend to be your friend and they'll be civil with you, but like they don't like you, and then you think, oh, you're best friends with this person and you're not, and then you get blamed for it. So now I'm going to tell you the other receiving end of that. One-sided friendships, I'm telling you, it's not just the person who is oblivious enough to believe that that person is their friend and that they should be blamed. Like, one-sided friendships takes two people, okay? It takes two people to tango a lot of the time. It's not just one person's fault. And thinking about like one-sided friendships and like how mentally like exhausting it is. I had this friend, we actually didn't like each other in middle school. We had a huge fight. I basically threatened her indirectly over slime. When I said what I said, I did not mean it. I said, like, you know, people can hurt someone over telling a lie. The weight of my words, I didn't realize how scary that would have seemed over text. It would have seemed diabolical in person too. Meant it literally. Like, I literally meant that could potentially happen. I didn't mean I'm gonna beat you up at school, but I'm sure this girl thought like, girl, why are you saying it like that? Now I'm scared you're gonna beat me up. No, like I don't throw hands. I was just so angry. I wasn't saying that to intimidate her or scare her. I was saying that like, you broke a promise. You know people can get mad about this. You told me you were gonna do something for me and you didn't do it. Every right to like not do what she said, because even if she said that, she was the one doing me a favor. She's the one who said she was gonna make me slime. There was multiple problems in middle school where I just did not like this girl. I grew to like her a lot in high school. I apologized to her in our high school friendship, right? We weren't like close friends, but she would invite me to parties. But she would do the thing where she's like, okay, I'll invite you to a party, but then I'll take it back. Like, you're not really invited. She's like, I'll send you an invitation. Don't worry, girl. Like, love you. I send you an invitation. Oh my God, we should totally hang out. Nothing. And I know it takes two people to communicate, but always engage and say that she wants to hang out with me, but then never take the time to follow up on that. That was a pattern with her. Invite me to things and then never send me an invite. How are you gonna invite someone to something and say, oh yeah, I want you to come to this thing for sure? Telling me that to my face. I didn't force you to say those words out of your mouth, and then never send the invite. And you think I'm not tallying that up? And she would do it multiple times. I would never, like, I promise you guys, I never do stuff like that. I never say I'm gonna invite someone. I generally did not think I wanted to come to my party. Like, that's fucked up. So I knew she didn't like me, because it's like, you wouldn't do that to someone. You wouldn't tell someone that you like they're coming to something and invite everybody that she really want to come, that you invite those people, but then not, she didn't like me. And then for my 18th birthday party, last minute she told me like, hey, I can't come. For me, what actually made me mad is like, not that she told me a week before, it's that she said that last minute she found out that she had another event to go to, and that event she couldn't have possibly found out last minute. Finding out from your mom, and that's the reason that a week before my party you can't come. I don't care if it's the week, but I do care about the contextual excuse you're telling me why you can't come. She's older than me as well by like a month, so it's like, if 2 + 2 is 4. She was super upset that I did something to her in middle school and I didn't remember it, and I guarantee you, like, I probably did do something. I wasn't a nice kid in middle school. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a nice kid. I'm not gonna pretend like I was, but her remembering that lets me know like she might not be over what happened in middle school, and I was generally over it, right? She has every right to not be over it, but like, don't pretend that we're friends. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to pretend like you're my friend. Why are we calling for hours and confiding in me when we actually have time to hang out? You don't want to do that. This other person, I was like her convenient friend. The classes that she didn't have close friends in, she told me everything, but then when we switched over to other classes the next semester, she would act like I didn't exist. Didn't add me to private stories, but added everyone else in the class to the private story, and I just wasn't included. Weird, but we're cool, we're friends. I'm so glad we got closer. Wrote the cutest little message in my yearbook. I'm like, why the hell would you even say this about someone? Like, at the end of graduation, you graduated high school, you want to kind of see who am I going to unfollow after high school. She never even followed me the whole time. Multiple times I tried to follow her on Snapchat. She like did not want to follow me. I've never even done that to my school friends. Like, my school friends, I would follow them on social media. This is what I'm saying, like, one-sided friendships are so not just on one person. I feel like these girls liked tolerating but didn't want to communicate that they just didn't like me, and I had to find out the hard way. And both of the girls that I talked about, how like the one girl didn't follow me on any social media, I had an off feeling about the way that she would treat me, and things that I would say would set her off, but she just wouldn't want to communicate that. And I'm like, why not just tell me? Like, if you want to confront me about something, confront me. I remember we had this conversation and she thought I was like, I feel like she thought I was sneak dissing her, but I didn't realize it until later on, because I thought about it and I'm like, okay, she thought that I was trying to judge her, because I remember we were talking about like intimacy, and I'm like, I wouldn't go that far in terms of intimacy. And then she was like, oh, I would. I'm like, at the time, I'm like, oh, okay. I not thinking of it, I'm just saying I wouldn't, not me. But I think she thought I was, and this is what I mean about one-sided friendships, is like, it's the little kind of, you know, moments where people who don't like you think you're friends with, they will get mad at you for every little thing. They won't try to tell you or verbalize that so they can stay mad, right? They'll show you their true colors. Both of these people did that. Like, I'm telling you guys in real time how these people treated me. You'll pretend instead of just like ignoring me or like not treating me like a friend, right? So I think with one-sided friendships, you really yearn to want that validation, and you feel like you're unlovable, and you feel like you'll never have friends, and you're very valid in feeling that way. But most of the time, that friend will never validate you because they were never your friend in the first place. Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe if you want to have a chat. And as always, I want to have a conversation with you guys. So what are your experiences?